everyone, this is Jesse coming at you with part 2 of my review of Kre-O Optimus Prime. Now you can see Optimus Prime in the background here. In the foreground I have the nest base. I'm going to talk about the nest base here real quick, so let me go ahead and set Optimus Prime aside. This is going to be real quick because if you pick up this set, it sure as fuck isn't going to be because of this nest base, let me tell you. So the nest base is comprised up of a number of pieces that actually made up the trailer, in addition to a few other pieces that weren't used previously, such as the cones that you see here in the front. Now the nest base you can use the motorcycles with. I got the little crayon guys on here. They can be stored here inside the base. Out here in the front you can see 2 barricades. These are just comprised of various leftover bricks. So I'm going to go ahead and set those aside. Go ahead and remove the motorcycles here. Then, as you would expect, you can place the crayons anywhere on the bricks that you want. Spin it around here just so you can see all the sides of the base here. You look inside here, you'll see that there's some little clips. Those can hold the various tools, which, as I said in the part 1 of the review, I'm going to leave those on the tree. Flip it back around here, and again, this little mode here is just for play value, really. You can play with your little crayons, and like I said, the motorcycles can fit inside there. You so choose to put them in there. Now this little base here, along with the crayons and the motorcycles, this feels like it's for ages 8 to 14. Like I said, it's got play value there. I could see playing with this when I was younger. But from a collector's point of view, it really doesn't serve much purpose, even if you're displaying it. So let me go ahead and set this aside and show you the real reason you should pick up this set. And that is for the Optimus Prime figure that you see here. Now I am setting this on carpet, and if I let go, he should remain standing there. But this figure is top heavy, and because of the number of joints on this figure, it does sort of want to fall over at times. I put this together last night, and I set it up on top of the coffee table that you see here in the background, and it stayed there for probably 10 minutes, and then I went to make dinner, and he took a nosedive off the table. So luckily, only a couple pieces fell off, mostly just here in the chest area, and it was a quick throw together to put it back together. So if you do display this figure in this mode, you want to look. If you look at his legs here, let me get a little bit closer to the camera. I've actually got his knees bent, so his upper body is sort of leaning back, and his knees are bent to compensate for the top heaviness of the figure here. So let me go ahead and flip him back around here so you can get a front-on view of him. And I'm going to make sure he's standing nice and good, and isn't going to fall over. And then I'm going to get my camera here, just so we can get a better view of the figure. So let me move in a little bit here so you can get a better look at him. There's the upper body, the chest, the torso, and the legs. And if we come around here to the side, get a side, well, that'll be a bad view on that side because the sunlight's over here. So if we get a side view of him, let me go ahead and put the camera back where it was as the figure falls over. Again, as I told you, it's pretty top heavy, and a piece did fall off, as you can see right here. So let me go ahead and put that back on there, and there we go. So there's actually lots of articulation on this thing. Let me go ahead and start with the head. The head spins a full 360 degrees, and the head is actually made of like a rubbery plastic. It's not hard like the bricks. The arms are on ball joints, and they can rotate a full 360 degrees at the shoulder. They can also move in and out from the body, as you can see there. The elbows here are also on ball joints. They can move forward and backward, but their forward and backward motion is sort of limited unless you actually rotate the forearm around, and then you rotate the hand, and then it becomes a full 180 degrees there. as you can move it forward and backward. Go ahead and rotate that back around. As for the legs up here at the torso, they're also attached on ball joints here, so you can move them in and out from the body. You can move them forward and backward as well. And then, of course, we have the knee joint, which you can bend. Let me go ahead and move the figure around here to the side so you can see it. You can actually bend here at the knee. And then the feet are actually attached at the ankle on ball joints as well, so you can move the feet up and down. Hopefully don't tear pieces off as you're attempting to do that. So you can move the feet up and down, and you can rotate them left or right. So like I said, lots of articulation on this figure, and because of that, and because it is top heavy, as you saw there as I was putting the camera back down, it does tend to want to fall over at times. So you got to make sure that you have the upper body tilted in just a way, and the knees tilted in such a way that it compensates for the top heaviness of the figure. Otherwise, it's just going to go and nosedive into the floor. Absolutely love this thing. It seems to be a combination of Movie Prime with G1 Prime. I say G1 Prime because if you look at the head, it's very, very G1-esque. This is definitely not the Movie Prime head. Your color scheme is your typical Prime. It's got dark blue, red, and gray on there. The one thing that I'm kind of sad to say is that he doesn't have a weapon. On his back, he does have these missiles, which are actually the smokestacks in truck mode, and you can place these in the hands, but it doesn't really serve much purpose. Now, if you look here on the instruction book, you can see that he's actually firing a missile from his hand, so I don't know if that's what these are supposed to be. But you can place them in the hand, but again, they don't serve much purpose other than he's holding on to the missiles. So I really would have liked to have seen a gun included with this figure, because the figure is absolutely fantastic. This is without a doubt, even counting the fact that this figure doesn't transform from truck mode to robot mode, this is without a doubt one of the best Optimus Primes that we've gotten. It looks fantastic, and I have absolutely no complaints about it. I couldn't imagine before these came out that the bricks, or a brick type figure, could have as much articulation as what this does, and I was absolutely blown away by the amount of articulation that it actually does have. I don't remember what the previous Lego-like Transformers were called. They came out a number of years ago, but I don't think they had the same sort of articulation as what these do. And this Optimus Prime is absolutely decked out with articulation. So if you're a collector, I highly recommend picking this up. Again, it retails for $59.99, so about $60. And the truck mode, absolutely fantastic. It almost feels like a model. The robot mode, it's even better. I love it. It's a great display piece. The thing like the nest base here, that's really more for play value. Doesn't really serve any purpose in terms of displaying it. So I'm just throwing that aside. Don't care about it at all. This right here, the robot mode, is the main reason I picked this figure up. Absolutely love it. Looks fantastic. Great display piece. If you're a collector, don't pass this up. Forget the fact that it's $60. Might seem a little bit pricey. It is, but you're definitely going to love it. So with that said, that's my recommendation. So until next time, this is Jesse signing off. I'm not your